breathing. I'm breathing because I'm very nervous. Hi guys. I just have to breathe through it because it is one of those times where if you're nervous, I actually heard this earlier today, nerves show that you care. Like if I wasn't nervous about doing this, then I wouldn't care, but this is very nerve-wracking for me. Thank you for being here. I see all of you pouring in. This is a live stream, but I know a lot of people are gonna play this back, so I want this to feel interactive, but I do wanna tell a story, so if I'm not engaging you right away, just know that I would love to answer questions throughout, but I'm also channeling the story that I know that I need to share. So, someone's asking, am I trans? I am not really. No, that's not where we're going with this, but it's interesting that you bring that up because this is perfectly going into my story. What I like to do to really drop in is just do some conscious breathing. So I invite you all to join me while doing this because it just helps calm down my nerves, and I really like to drop in without the anxiousness. So thank you for joining me and just helping me, because as I attune to all of your energies, it's really important that I speak from my heart in this and not from just the cerebral mind. So I'm just calming down my own nervous system. It's helpful when I close my eyes and just kind of come back here. Home is where the heart is, so I come back and remind myself that I'm home, I'm safe, I'm okay. And I can talk about my story with full confidence and minus false guilt and shame and all of those silly emotions that are just not real. So thank you for giving me just this moment and joining me, if that feels comfortable for you too, as you receive this to be true. Okay. I already did a prayer. My palms are literally sweating right now. I'm literally just like, I'm really good about typically calming myself down when it's around topics that aren't as vulnerable. But this one for me is definitely vulnerable. So I'm gonna give you guys, Cash, come here, baby. Come lay down. Come here. My dog just does this to me every time, I swear. Okay, he wants to go play outside. Because he can feel my anxiety. We're so connected that he can feel my anxiousness. So he goes out on behalf of me and kind of like runs it out for me. Like he goes and runs a couple laps and then he comes back and sits down. We're that connected. Okay. When I was born, rather, my mom actually had a journal for me. She had a journal and she would write little, like when she was pregnant with me, she wrote this journal. And if you guys have been following my channel for long enough, you can actually see that video of her reading the journal to me. And she wrote it as if it was like a book. And so she like started from the very moment she was pregnant, and it said like the feeling. And then it went into just like every aspect. Okay, this incense is a little much. It went into every aspect of her pregnancy with me up until all the way until the day that I came through. So she was journaling everything and writing this story out for me. So now I can recall and go back to it, and it's really special. And she wrote it to me like a novel. So it was like, dear little one, this is how I felt when I told your dad that I was pregnant with you. Dear little one, dear little one, dear little one. And so anyway, when I came through on February 12th, 1987, she wrote an entry to me and said, welcome to the world, little one. And then she drew a little picture on the side of a clue for me. And she said, you were born with something a little extra. And we love this about you. And it's like this really special attribute to you. So I was brought into this world with a knowing that I had something like a little, some would say like a glitch in the matrix, or not anyway, I'm guiding you guys down a journey on purpose. I'm using my little magic trick, so it's like, look at the other hand. And so my parents are magicians. I grew up with magician parents, and my dad is one of the most brilliant men I know, and my mom is one of the most beautiful women I know. And I grew up watching them on stage, thousands of people clapping for them, and they were putting on their makeup and their costuming, and so everything that they said was just like, you know, I watched my parents just being so celebrated and loved, and I'm taking you guys down a journey for a reason, to understand who I am and like why I revere my parents and why there's been this interesting full circle moment. So I grew up watching my parents on stage and like seeing this just beautiful story unfold of who they were and their mission here on earth. And I revered everything that they said so deeply, because they weren't doing the 9-to-5. They were the rebels. They were the radicals. They were doing stuff and creating a lifestyle out of it that most people don't. All that to say, my dad even told me ever since I was very, very little, he would be like, Lynette, there's a clue in your anatomy that you are not from here. You are part angel and part human, and you have come. And he like would go on, and I mean, that's like really the gist of what I had what I remember and recall. And so this thing that I have on my body has always been something that, like, from very young, and I was homeschooled because my parents were touring, so I didn't grow up with bullies. Like, I didn't go to middle school. I didn't have you know, the kids that I was around and grew up around were like very safe and like very, like, we didn't bully each other. We just were like dreamers and like would go out, and we lived in the middle of nowhere because we were all homeschooled together, and it was just a different vibration of energy, we'll just say that. And I don't have any recollection anyway of getting bullied until I went to high school. And then I went to high school and people started finding out this clue about me and spreading messages across campus about who I am, and not asking questions, but just like making fun of me. And so that created like this huge like wound in my heart to where I was like, oh my gosh. So what I did was, like all good magicians, I learned really good misdirection. So I would hide this part about me very well. And it's honestly, if you were with me at a pool party, or if you saw me at the beach, or maybe it was like a yoga class, you would have definitely been able to bear witness to this clue. But I was really good at misdirection, and I got good at it for basically my whole life up until very recently. So I got married to Corey, and he knew about it. And then, you know, he had something in the same vein, but not the same, but it was like similar. So he actually was like really celebratory of it. My mom always told me, you're going to end up with a partner that is going to think this is the best thing about you and think it's so cute and amazing. And it's not, you know, a deficit. In fact, it's the opposite. But because being bullied, what that does is it just creates this like false guilt and shame and all this stuff. So then I started dating Emmy last summer, and I get emotional because this has been such a huge part of my awakening. So I started dating Emmy, and I was so nervous to tell her. And I was like, oh God, here we go. So we were laying naked. We were in the bathtub. She has this big, beautiful bathtub, and we were naked in the bathtub, and I was really good at hiding, like I said, this like part of me. And so I sat there in the bathtub, and I just knew she represented like such a safe space. So I was like, okay, I just like want her to know all of me, and I just don't want to hide anymore, because she seems like such a great place to like hide. And you guys are gonna hear this and just be like, where are we going with this? But it is very important, and it's been a huge part of my story, and this is why I'm on here sharing. I literally got out of a meditation, and Spirit was like, share this story on YouTube today. So I'm just here showing up and listening. So thank you for witnessing me. So we're in the bathtub, and I was like, Emmy, oh my God, I have to tell you something. And she looked at me and she's like, what, babe? What's going on? And my heart started racing just like it is now, because I'm about to tell you. My heart's racing, and I was like, oh gosh. Oh, my palms were sweating like they are now. And I was like, okay, I don't really know how to tell you this, but there's something about me that's different than some other people. And she's like, what are you talking about? She's like, are you about to tell me that you have like 2 vaginas, like one that I didn't notice or something? What is going on? What is this? And I was like, babe, I have deformed toes. In fact, I think I have an extra toe. And she was like, what? She's like, let me see. So I'm nervous more, and I'm like, oh no, I don't want you to see it. So I'm covering it with my hands like a little girl. I'm like, no, I don't want you to look at it. It's not cute. I don't want you to look at it. Please don't look at it. To the point where I'm literally like almost about to cry. She's like, let me see. And I'm like, no, please, no, I don't want you to look at it. I'm like, just look at my right foot. My right foot is fine. It's great. It's normal. But you can't look at my left foot. Don't look at my left foot. She's like, baby, come on. I love everything about you. Please, like, show me. So about 30 minutes, I'm not kidding, 20, 30 minutes of going back and forth in the bathtub, I finally was like, okay, fine. Okay. And I close my eyes, and I stick my left foot out. And she goes, baby, you're an 11! So this is what I have to tell you guys. It's true. I am an 11. I have a clue in my anatomy that I incarnated for a very specific reason, to bring balance to the universe. The number 11 is one of the master numbers. So if you see 1111, yes, 1111 for the win. If you see 1111, there are like studies that say that the number 11 is a clue, and it's a master number that is to produce balance. And I know you guys are dying. I know you guys are absolutely dying to see my toe. And we're getting there. But I'm going to make you wait for it. So I want to see comments below. Do you guys want to see? I mean, this is like really vulnerable for me. I've never really, I've shared this only on live streams, because then I know it disappears on Instagram. So now I'm doing it live on YouTube, but I'm going to let this video live on my channel, and I'm not going to delete it. So it's like really nerve-wracking for me. But after recent studies, I have been going down, and guys, this is like no joke. I want you to see this. This is insane. Okay, so I have my computer here. Extra fingers and toes were revered in ancient culture. This is National Geographic, okay? I'm so nervous. Okay, look at having 6 toes on a foot was once a status symbol. Oh my gosh. There's so many different celebrities with different toes too. Look at Oprah Winfrey, Halle Berry, Maria Sharapova, Kate Hudson. I mean, these are just, other people. Okay, I'm nervous. Oh my God. Okay. Oh yeah, this is just like more about the number 11. I just had to show that because it gives me like credibility, because I'm not just like making this up. This is like stuff that, guys, I'm 33 years old and I've had this like for 33 years and been hiding it like a fucking magician, because I was so embarrassed because 1 or 2 kids made fun of me, and it's so silly. But that's how bullying can literally create a story in your head that you are someone that you're not. And it can make you believe and have shame and false guilt when it's something that you should be proud of. And people were revered for this. And if you look at the studies, I dare you to go look. I'm telling you, this has been a clue for ancient times that people that have extra toes or fingers, like the six-fingered man in Princess Bride, there's like all these clues. And I finally, about a month ago, shared on Instagram. I did an Instagram live, and sure enough, I had more people and more people reaching out to me and being like, wait, me too. And I never wanted to tell anybody. And yes, thank you for all your comments. And I've had now, like in the past month, I've had like multiple people reach out and be like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing this. Thank you, because it really helped me. I've also held so much false shame around this, and I like was really good, because when you have a glitch in the matrix, okay, and you have something that's not normal, that is like you sticking out like a sore thumb. And back then, that was a symbol of like someone that was here to like speak truths and like a spiritual wise one. And it was like people that were revered and had special temples made for. And we've gotten so far away from that we're like changing our bodies to make it look perfect in this like robotic form, and we're not revering our bodies and knowing that like there's different reasons why we are made the way we are, which is beautifully and wonderfully and perfectly made. So I'm gonna show you. I now love it. So even no matter what any of you guys say, even if I get any disgusting comments, the truth is I have broken through so much of this that the reason why I'm sharing this now on YouTube is because I'm willing, and I'm now like, I understand that vulnerability is a superpower when it comes to this, and that I'm just like, fuck yeah, I have 11 toes. That's fucking cool. You want to see? Okay, great. Let me show you. Let's play show and tell. Ready? Okay. So this is my right foot. And I have not gotten a pedicure in God knows how long. We're in quarantine and I want to talk about it. Okay. So normal 5 toes. Normal 5 toes. By the way, I have normal hands as well. Okay. So this is my right hand, right foot. Normal, beautiful. Okay, cool. Love this foot. Have always had so much love for this foot. But I had so much despise for this foot until now. I love it. It's my twinkle toes. Okay, it's really ugly. I mean, it's not ugly. Okay, I'm embracing. Okay, I'm trying to like really make peace. This is my left foot. The toenails are kind of weird. Like, and sometimes I just like, because I don't love this foot, I'm making peace with her, with them. So yeah, I basically have, it's like one toe. Okay, one toe. Ugh, I don't want you guys to see this up close. It's like the toenail is so bad. Okay, so it's like one toe. See? Ew, my feet are so bad. Okay, one toe, but there's 2 bones under it. There's 2 bones. So I'm technically an 11, and my left hand also has just regular 5. Okay? Yeah. So this little toe I now call my twinkle toe. My twinkle toe. It looks like a little butterfly. It has like little wings. The little nails look like wings. This has been one of my largest pain points my entire life. I, as a kid, was so, this is not newsworthy. It's not to you, sister, but to me, it was one of the biggest fucking breakthroughs of my life. So if it's not news for you, go ahead and click off. This is for people that are like really resonating with this information. So for me, it was like massive mind-blowing stuff, because it was something so small, so small, that I just kept concealed and hidden and had so much shame around, that I would manifest situations where even like one time this guy that I dated was like, hold on, before he had known anything about me. He's like, hold on, let me just check and make sure you don't have like 11 toes or anything. I manifested these situations to where, again, I just completely created all this shame around my own self, and I just didn't own it, right? So it's been, no way, really? Ashton Kutcher? And he's such a fucking brilliant person. So I'm like, see, you guys, you don't have any idea. Like the amount, I feel lighter. And it might be something so silly to you. Like, what the fuck is she talking about? For me, okay, so Corey also had webbed toes. So that's why I was going to say Corey had something similar. He also had webbed toes. But he had like wept, so we would like make jokes about it. It was like, oh yeah, we obviously came from Atlantis and we had past lives and all this crazy shit. All that to say, as I've gone deeper into my studies of what the number 11 represents, is balance between the feminine and masculine as well. The feminine and masculine. And angels, they say, are androgynous. If you look at ancient history and like read up on some of the, understandings of angels, they have, this balance between both. They're just very androgynous. And Christ, Yeshua, was even very balanced in those energies. So all that to say, this has been a little clue for me and has really helped me go on my spiritual path of ascension and just going, oh my God, this is a clue. Like I was highly revered back in, when I've had past live, recollections, and I posted something about this on my Instagram, so go check that out. But I now understand, like, it's a master number. Ascended masters, also very revered in Native American culture, and I am part Native American, so this is in my epigenetic coding. The other clue for me has been that I'm very gender fluid, like I said, balanced in energies, and in my sexuality, I am also fluid, and I prefer just energies. And I'm like, I love both men and women, and right now I'm choosing to be with a woman because that's what feels good. And so I've just really understood that this is directly connected to something, again, a clue. And it's also said, like, each one of our fingers represent a different planet and like a different energy of like the cosmos. So our toes have the same. So the pinky toe on your foot is representation of earth energy, of earth. And on the left side, it's a representation of like trust and intuition. And then on the right side, it's more like prosperity and stuff. So if like, anyway, I have like a little extra love in like the trust and intuition, and I have also 11. So it's like this trust and intuition of why I'm here at this very time in history and herstory, why I'm sharing this message with you, which you might be watching and being like, what the fuck is she talking about? And that's okay. I'm taking you guys down a journey as I have understood that I am a star seed being from another, I'm an Aquarian. So there's all these clues within my chart, within my anatomy, that I am here to inform some of the stuff that I have been channeling from spirit. So speaking of spirit, again, in the Native American culture, another highly revered person was someone who is, they would say, is like non-binary and basically fluid in their sexuality. And they called them two spirits. And these are people that are highly revered ascended masters. So I am just here to tell you, I'm only 33 years old, but I am like deep in my process of uncovering all of these hidden clues and meanings. And my whole goal has again been to heal this polarity from within me. My masculine, my divine masculine energy, which I have all over my chart. Aquarius, sun, air sign, which is a masculine sign. Gemini rising, Gemini, air sign, also a masculine energy. And then divine masculine. And then Leo moon. And my Leo moon, Leo is fire. Also a masculine energy. So I have been in this like battle of polarity from within me because I have both, of course, throughout my chart, very feminine aspects and feminine elements in my chart. So I have been this very conflicted individual in a society like this, y'all, where it is not affirmed to be in the LGBT community. It is not affirmed to have a glitch in the fucking matrix, meaning in your sacred vessel, in your jewelry case for your soul. In fact, we're like changing ourselves to be these like perfect looking humans rather than embracing any sort of little flaw. I have like this crooked tooth. And I'm like, this is why no Botox, no fillers, no nothing for me, because I've been like, no, I just want to be me. I just want to be me. I just want to be me. So I have so much grace for like you know, people that have gone down their path and like changed themselves to, in their minds, become better or more beautiful or whatever. I personally am just not on that path. And I am here to just affirm you that if you have anything that is just like a little bit different and you've always felt like you don't fit, welcome. You are a starseed along with me. And we have been given this opportunity to transmute this energy, this false shame and guilt, and recognize that it is our greatest asset. It is our greatest asset. And I see Emma, who's here live with me. She is someone who it's also like the form of what this is called is polydactyly. And so if you have polydactyly, or if it's a genetic thing for you, it hasn't been genetic for me in my recollection or in my awareness. My dad doesn't have it. My mom doesn't have it. My brother doesn't have it. I was the only one. And so I always grew up being like, why does my brother have to have just regular feet? Why do I have to have like one extra toe? I just so desperately wanted normal feet. And so I now was deep in meditation a couple months ago, and this whole download came through about a children's book series that I'm working on called Twinkle Toes, because it's about this little girl, again, who was trying to like find real magic, and the real magic was in her own greatest, what she believed to have been a weakness, but that's where like her magic came from, and it was a perfect clue. So I just want every young person, yes, beautiful, wow. People are chiming in and saying what things, you know, have just been different. So thank you for witnessing me. Thank you for loving me and my imperfect little feet that I'm gonna keep this way. I'm not getting any surgery. I'm so glad my parents actually didn't fix it. They just were like, no, she's perfect just the way she is. And yeah, so now something, I hope this is like something that just inspires you to improve from you guys. And I look forward to filming more videos on what I'm learning about like just like my sexuality and like non-binary or gender fluid or like just being fluid. So look forward to more videos about that. And yeah, there's this, like, I'd love to bring on like special guests to talk about this too. So DM me on Instagram if there's like any specific like gender neutral or like fluid people that you'd like to see me interview, because I'm working on a series about this. So, or maybe people that also have like 6 fingers or 6 toes or stuff like that. I love it. Let's just like, you guys are like my little helpers, okay? You guys are gonna help me produce this. So let's go all the way. I wanna talk to like people that have been shamed about this. I mean, look at, there's like Oprah Winfrey. And Oprah's an Aquarian too, by the way. See, do you see what I'm saying? There's like all these clues. Okay. You guys get it. I love you. Thank you for sticking along with me through this whole journey over the last 7.5 years. It's been wild, and it's only just begun, because now I'm really fucking me. Yes, I love you. We'll see you guys soon.